Very warm welcome to Dr. Zia Ahmed YouTube channel. This lecture is being recorded for your benefit so that you can have a good understanding of the novel To the Lighthouse by Virginia Woolf. This video would talk about the importance of the lighthouse in this novel. The title of the novel is also To the Lighthouse. That means going or making journey towards lighthouse, and this lighthouse has got lots of things in it as the symbolic importance stands for. So let us see how it should be taken and understood by the readers of today even. The lighthouse, first of all, represents certain unattainable goals and aspirations of human life. We know that we have many goals, and the same is the case with all the humanity, that if you are a human being, you have goals, and you want to aspire for these goals and you want to achieve these goals. Same happens in the characters of the novel also. For example, James Ramsay desires to visit the lighthouse. It is his longing and it's his kind of affection he's got, but the father may not be allowing him to do so. Same is the case with the journey of to the lighthouse, the journey of these people to the lighthouse. That goes on delayed, that goes to represent the struggles of human being to achieve that. So in that sense, the lighthouse becomes a symbol of whole humanity, its desires, its aspirations, and the struggles they have to wage in order to achieve all that. The characters like James Ramsay and many other people who want to visit the lighthouse, they are stopped again and again, sometime because of weather, sometime because of other conditions, sometime because of time. So it happens similarly in our lives also. Then there is the symbol of lighthouse used as the passage of time and change. One can have one important view about the lighthouse, that the time passes or the family changes. Some people die, some people live. I'm talking about the family of Ramses, but the lighthouse is still there. It is standing. It is constantly available. But it goes to talk about the kind of transformation which takes place around him in the lives of the people, personally, individually, and collectively, the lives of the characters which are there inside. It goes to tell that everybody changes, but the lighthouse remains the same. So it's a symbol of the permanence and constancy as compared to the lives of the change of human being. This goes to happen in the common normal life of everyone, that even in 21st century we have the same situations, that everything is changing, but some are the things which are quite permanent. They are happening and doing themselves happen the same way. These can be human desires also, or these can be other things around us which are permanently similar as they used to be thousands of years ago. But the human life keeps on changing. So in that way, the lighthouse becomes a symbol of permanence in comparison to the change which goes on happening around it. It is the symbol of guidance and illumination also. As everyone knows, that lighthouses were built in order to provide some guidance through their light to the ships on the sea so that they can maintain their path. And this symbol or this representation of the lighthouse also is shown in the lives of the characters inside the novel. Lily Briscoe, for example, feels herself inspired about the clarity of vision which she wants to paint when she looks at the lighthouse. Same is the case with Mrs. Ramsay, as she is providing a type of care, nurturing care and guidance to all the people. Lighthouse goes to represent all that. In our daily lives also, we have certain number of people, certain symbols, certain happenings or phenomenon around us which can be the representative of the guidance and the illumination, as the lighthouse is there. So lighthouse as a symbol has been used also as a kind of guidance, as a kind of illumination, as a kind of happening which can make the people think and feel in a better way. We can also see, on the other hand, that lighthouse is the symbol of isolation and solitude as well. If we look at the lives of the characters in this novel, we find some of the characters who, though live in the company, but do feel themselves in isolation. They feel themselves in solitude, psychologically or sometimes socially as well. And this goes to talk about the kind of emotional isolation, psychological isolation also. The characters undergo this type of emotional psychological isolation, and therefore this lighthouse goes to explore the theme of loneliness and that of the barriers or the kind of restrictions between the individuals. The characters sometimes feel themselves cut off from their desires also. That is also a kind of isolation and solitude. So therefore the lighthouse is a symbol of the isolation and solitude, and that may be psychological, social, or it may be a kind of barrier between the human being or among the human beings. This lighthouse is also the symbol of duality of perception. I mean, everybody has the different kind of perceptions about the lighthouse. For example, if we look at the characters, we can see that the perception about the lighthouse is personal, is individual, human experience. For example, for James, it's a destination. For Ramsay, it's a distant and almost mythical presence. And for Lady Briscoe, it's a kind of guidance. So therefore, one can say that every individual, according to his life experiences, has the look at the lighthouse. So therefore, a lighthouse is standing, and it is also representative of the perceptions of human being, whatever the human beings are, male, female, young and old, we can say wise and insane, or what type of people they are, men and women. So everybody is represented by the lighthouse in terms of duality of perception. We can now finally conclude that the To The Lighthouse is the kind of person, kind of thing, kind of phenomenon which is a type of exploration of human desires. It is also representative of passage of time and guidance. It goes to talk about the human isolation, and it also tells about the subjective nature of experience and reality. Through different meanings, the lighthouse serves as a central motive that connects the characters' inner lives and experiences through the narratives. So, in that way, this is the biggest possible representation one can say the lighthouse gives us. And in that way, because of extraordinary use of this symbolism in this novel, that makes the novel a modern novel as it was written in 1920 when the modernist movement was on its peak, and Virginia Woolf, being famous as a modern novelist, is also using this type of symbol of the lighthouse. And my dear students, after that, I have 4 to 5 slides which are having the text which is relevant to all these kind of things I have discussed. I want the students to go through this text passages and see how they can apply to these points in order to make their assignment or in order to prepare their answer to the question. If the question is there, write a note, detailed note on the symbolic representation of the lighthouse. They can take quotations from here and add it to their assignment as well. So thank you for watching. Hope to see you in some next video.